they're an animal that I love, but I'm out there to make a dollar.
Whale catchers and oceanariums keep pounding the public relations drum, taking the position that one of the big reasons the killer whale is taken is for scientific reasons. Yet some marine biologists don't know whether to laugh or cry at that suggestion. They point out that what little work is done is actually physiological, aimed at keeping the killer whale alive in a tank, which keeps the exhibitor alive at the box office. What isn't known is far more important than what is known. For example, they don't know how many whales there are out there in the Puget Sound. They don't know if they're migratory, whether they live here and die here. They don't know how often they have calves. They don't know the period of gestation of the cows. They don't know the suckling periods of the calves. They just don't know very much about the subject at all. And what they really don't know is whether the whales taken by Griffin and Goldsberry these past 7 years, constantly, are from the same family or from the same pod. Yet the captures go on.
Our major objective out here today is to simply cover the lifting of the captured killer whales out of the water on a sling mechanism. And I must interrupt because now there is another boat coming at us from the rear. Frank, here comes another boat at us. We better move. Hang on now, Jeff.
The obvious motive would be to disconnect our gas line, which would leave us helpless in the water.
And this theme seems to continue as the Ted Griffin and his boat seem to be attempting to swamp us.
The boat I was in, which is a very large, fast boat compared to the boat you were in, goes 50 miles an hour.
That's the big one with the Chevy Marine engine?
That's right. And you're in a low boat that goes about 15 miles an hour. If I wanted to cut you in two, run you right over, I could have at any time I wanted. It was my intent at that time was, I just lost my temper, was to disturb your film making, just cause a few waves, which I did. Everyone has a point, or a breaking point, and I think that was our breaking point.
I don't know why they say they were at their breaking point. I thought the news story that we did the night before was totally fair, and Ted Griffin and Don Goldsberry both stood there and pointed their finger at me and said, "You've done a terrible thing to us. You've made all these lies and accusations and unfair really had unfair treatment from King. And you obviously don't believe in what we're doing. We don't believe in what you're doing. So you get your cameras and all your equipment in your boat, and you get a mile away from here. And I don't want you to shoot a single frame of film, and if you do, within a mile of this pier, we're going to dump you and your equipment, and I don't care if you have $6,000 worth of equipment. We'll dump you and your boat in the Sound.
Watch it, Frank. Here he comes again. They're going to try to throw up some waves or swamp us, I guess.
I don't think the intent was to maim us or to cut our boat into or to ram us. They were making some big waves, and I'm sure that if we had if they had dumped us in the water, they would have been happy. But I don't think that was their actual intention. They were making large waves and making it impossible to shoot film. However, I got some pretty exciting footage.